It's time for another fragrance haul. Hi guys, I'm Tiago, welcome back to my channel, and today we have another fragrance haul. As the one I did last month, I have here 4 fragrances again. This is starting to become a pattern. I don't want that. I don't want to overspend in fragrances. My limit is usually 1 a month, but I bought these on Beauty Now, just like last month, because you guys use my code and it adds up and it helps me a lot. And I've been able to buy a lot of fragrances there that I wouldn't buy any other way, because there are a lot of fragrances that I want, but as I said, I limit myself to 1 fragrance a month usually. So I would never get there, or at least not as quickly. I'm not in any rush of any sort, but you guys using my link, my code on Beauty Now does help me a lot, and you get cheaper fragrances. So it will always be linked down below on my videos if you want to check them out, of course. Always buy where you're comfortable with. You don't need to use my codes or buy from Beauty Now. I like to buy there personally because the shipping is fast, because they're based in the Netherlands and I live in Belgium now temporarily. So it arrives like next day, so that's always a plus. And the prices are fantastic. So let's see what I got. A lot of bubble wrapping, and this time, in the spirit of summer, I guess, they offered a beach towel. So I think it's on all purchases above 100 euros, if I'm not mistaken. They offer a beach towel. Of course, this will only last until stock lasts, but it's a nice touch. So I bought 2 as testers, and they are both Nasomatto. They came in a generic box, but I already threw that box away. But it was just a generic cardboard box. So yeah, nothing much to see there, but the testers are, as you know, of course, the same fragrances. They just don't come in the full presentation, in the fancy box. So the first Nasomatto I got was Pardon, and Pardon is my favorite, or one of my favorite Nasomattos. My favorite being Baraonda, which was my first niche fragrance actually, like 4.5 years ago, more or less. But Pardon is a very elegant yet rough, because it's a Nasomatto. They are always rough and huge fragrances, but it's a chocolatey patchouli, sort of in the realm of L'Instant de Guerlain au Extrême, which is now L'Instant de Guerlain au de Parfum, of course, but it's still more or less the same fragrance. Of course, it has a few changes compared to the vintage one, but yeah, it's sort of in the style of L'Instant de Guerlain, a chocolatey patchouli. It is classy, it feels gentlemanly or gentlewomanly, depends on who's wearing it. But yeah, Pardon, it's a scent that I've always loved. I don't know what it is about it. I do love patchouli, so this is a very rough and sort of camphoric patchouli, and also earthy and chocolatey. By its nature, patchouli can be chocolatey, but it also has this chocolate accord by itself. It is a sweeter, rounder patchouli while being spiky and rough at the same time, which is, you know, it also has a little bit of floral touches to my nose. There are some sites where it's reported to have magnolia. As you know, Pardon, Nasomatto doesn't publish the notes, so it's all speculation, of course, by other people's perceptions. I wouldn't say magnolia in particular, but there are some floral touches. Maybe like orange blossom, a touch of it. And then a lot of synthetic sandalwoods, to my nose, of course. This is just me smelling a perfume. So yeah, Pardon by Nasomatto. The other Nasomatto is also one that I've wanted for a long time, of course. I don't know why I never bought these, because they're not that expensive, relatively speaking. They are 30 ml extrait de parfum, of course. They last a long time because of that. They are huge fragrances, but they are 130 I think for the 30 ml in full retail price. These were 100, so with my code it would be around 90 euros, so for a tester of course, but they're the same. So the next one is Blamage, and Blamage is more of an abstract scent. Like people report the smell of it as having a lot of birch and being this smoky woody scent. I don't get that. Maybe they are biased because of the cap and the bottle presentation, because it's more or less like a birch effect on the cap. Birch being a smokier wood when used in perfumery, usually. Not always, of course, but birch can have many usages. But yeah, to me, Blamage is more of a abstract woody. Yes, it is woody. To me, it also has this osmanthus, apricot-y, stone fruit up top. And osmanthus can have this side of stone fruit, apricot, peach-like impression, and also a suede-like effect, a leathery effect. And this also, to me, has a bit of a leathery undertone, more than an undertone. I would say that this has a suede accord, osmanthus, saffron, that also can have leathery tendencies. And this is all to my nose, of course. It might be completely incorrect. If I would have to bet on which woods are used, I would say cypress or some kind of cypress-related material. Because it smells green and smooth and grounding, and also, but like dark green, okay? This is not a herbaceous scent, not to my nose. And some sort of, again, synthetic sandalwood, because Alessandro Galtieri does love to use those synthetic sandalwoods. For example, in, what's it called? Bergamasque it's like, I don't know, 50+% Javanol, which is, again, a synthetic component, a synthetic molecule of sandalwood that smells like sandalwood. But it's a huge molecule, an expensive synthetic molecule. And I think it's also here, maybe a bit of cashmerean as well, because it has that fuzzy, smooth, musky woodiness that cashmerean has, a bit of spicy, woodsy muskiness. So yeah, it's an abstract scent, a woody, leathery, cypressy, saffron, osmanthus. That's what I get from it. So yeah, Blamage by Nasomatto. Now, this is the first scent I have from this brand. I actually do like this brand a lot. They have a lot of hidden gems. This is, I think, their most popular fragrance, and it is Lune Féline by Atelier des Ors. This is known by many people, it's been popular for years, as a vanilla fragrance. And it is one of my favorite vanilla-based fragrances, but it's not just vanilla. It is, and I'm going to slightly unbox it here, but you can watch the unboxings on my shorts if you want to. It has a sleeve, as you saw, it slides out, and then it's like a drawer type box, and it rests inside. And this fragrance, as I was saying, is not just vanilla. To me, it kind of smells like a cardamom roll. I will try to put up a picture of what I'm trying to convey here. I've had these kinds of pastries. Well, it's not kind of a pastry, it's like a, you know, it's a cardamom roll. I've had them in Sweden. So yeah, it's kind of a sweetened vanillic cardamom roll. It's very cozy, it's spicy, it's musky, it has this furry muskiness underneath. I'm guessing that's why it has that name of Lune Féline. I don't know, to me it does have that fuzzy furriness, furry muskiness, along with that cardamom cake, cardamom roll. So it's spicy, it has a bit of cinnamon, a lot of cardamom. The cardamom here is really well done, and a lot of vanilla and a lot of woods. I get a lot of woods from this, like guaiac wood and sandalwood, cedarwood maybe. It feels woody and dry, but yet cozy and vanillic and warm. I really love Lune Féline. It's, like I said, one of my favorite vanillas, not just straightforward vanilla, of course. The greatest vanillas we all, well, at least in my opinion, come from Guerlain. But this one is one of my favorites. So, Lune Féline from Atelier des Ors. Now the fourth fragrance, and I'm taking it out the box. It's another Amouage, and by now I'm at 12 Amouages in my collection. There are still a few that I want to get, and I've been getting a lot of the Amouages in my collection from Beauty Now, because they usually stock them, and the prices are reasonable, especially with a discount code. You can get most of them for like 180 euros, which I think for an Amouage is great. It's a good price. I've bought Amouages at cheaper prices, but that was years ago. The Amouage I got now was Rose Incense. As you might know, my favorite rose at the moment is still Rose de Jamal from Les Indémodables. I absolutely love that thing. But yeah, so this one has a sleeve and then has this hard box with the texture and a like soft cushiony thing and the bottle rests here securely. And Rose Incense is simply my second favorite rose. If I ever ranked my favorite roses, this would be my second favorite, because it's just, oh man, it's so good. And this is my scent of the day, by the way. I've received this box 2 days ago, and I've worn Rose Incense 2 days in a row, because it's just that good. It's an introspective rose to my nose, to me. It's an inky, cold rose, but still has some warmth underneath to balance it out. So what do I mean? It opens up. So first of all, this is a rose and incense, as the name indicates, through and through, from the top to bottom, from the opening to the dry down of the fragrance. It's rose and incense, a lot of it. It was before on a different collection in a different bottle. It was the It's All About collection. It was called It's All About. I think it only ever had one fragrance in that collection, which was Rose Incense. So it was called It's All About Rose Incense, which I thought was pretty cool. And the bottle was red. I'll put it up here. Stunning bottle. Well, the bottle changed, but the scent didn't, because I've tried the older one. And the scent is just so beautiful. Like I said, it opens up with a bit of LME, and the LME sort of has similar nuances as frankincense, but more on the lemony, piney nuances of the frankincense. So it still smells resinous and powdery and incense-like, but has more of the lemony and piney nuances. And there's a bit of LME, beautiful LME note on the top, and immediately there's this beautiful red rose, full red rose. It's a huge, beautiful rose. It's almost poetic how it's presented here. And this inky accord starts from the LME and the incense up top. Because the incense to me sometimes also has this inky, peppery nuance to me for some reason. I don't know if that's a thing or not, but to my nose it does. Frankincense can have that effect. So here the incense is cold. So the rose is very full and lively and fruity and slightly sweet. And then the incense brings it down, cools it down. It's a cool, cold incense. Amazing incense note. It runs throughout the top to bottom of the fragrance. And there's a good bit of woods and the dry down, sandalwood and cedarwood, and a little hint of vanilla. And the vanilla here helps to warm up the fragrance a little bit. Otherwise, the very cold incense here, which is also inky, would just, you know, make this very austere. And I think this is very romantic and very balanced. I mean, this fragrance is just, to me, a work of art. I absolutely love Rose Incense by Amouage, and that does it. I hope you enjoyed, guys. This was another haul. It's starting to be a pattern here on the channel, but I need to bring it down a bit. But there are still a lot of fragrances that I want from Beauty Now as well, so I might as well make the most out of you using my code, because I mean, it helps a lot, and I'm very thankful that you guys use it. You get cheaper fragrances, and I get to bring more fragrances that I enjoy to the channel to share with you guys, which is always awesome. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Let's talk in the comments. It's always great to discuss with you. I always love to see your faces here. Thank you so much, guys, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.